You've made it to lesson 11, shall we? My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. This is the first idea we have had that is related to a major phase of the correction process, the reversal of the thinking of the world. I don't remember if I said this in the intro. The word miracle in the title of the book, it's referring to any time we change or we correct our judgments or our unforgiveness, our thinking. Wouldn't it be a miracle if the world thought differently, chose forgiveness, chose not to judge each other? I can't think of a bigger miracle, honestly. Let's keep going. It seems as if the world determines what you perceive. Sometimes when I come across a word in the course, I'll look it up in the dictionary, even if it's a word that's common and I'm pretty sure I know what it means. It can be helpful to see what the definition says. The word perceive has lots of synonyms, but the two words that popped out for me were the words see and interpret. So it seems as if the world determines what you interpret. So think about that. We look out at the world, we experience things at work, with friends, on the road, and it seems as if things are happening to us. Well, that's not exactly the case. The course says, today's idea introduces the concept that your thoughts determine the world you see. What you think is what you see. I have a little more to say about this, but I'll wait till after we do the meditation. Be glad indeed to practice the idea in its initial form, for in this idea is your release made sure. The key to forgiveness lies in it. The practice periods for today's idea are to be undertaken somewhat differently from the previous ones. Begin with your eyes closed and repeat the idea slowly to yourself. Then open your eyes and look about, near and far, up and down, anywhere. During the minute or so to be spent in using the idea, merely repeat it to yourself, being sure to do so without haste and with no sense of urgency or effort. To do these exercises for maximum benefit, the eyes should move from one thing to another fairly rapidly, since they should not linger on anything in particular. The words, however, should be used in an unhurried, even leisurely fashion. The introduction to this idea in particular should be practiced as casually as possible. It contains the foundation for the peace, relaxation, and freedom from worry that we are trying to achieve. On concluding the exercises, close your eyes and repeat the idea once more slowly to yourself. 3 practice periods today will probably be sufficient. However, if there is little or no uneasiness and an inclination to do more, as many as 5 may be undertaken. More than this is not recommended. Let's go for it. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. This lesson may sound depressing, that I'm looking around at a meaningless world. Then what's the point of it, right? Well, don't worry. I remember one lesson from the workbook that left me really hopeless and in a place of despair, and I thought, what am I doing? This doesn't make any sense. I shouldn't feel worse. But the next day I decided to just go ahead and do the next lesson. And guess what? It said exactly that. The previous lesson may have left you in a place of despair. And I was like, yeah, it did. And it fixed it. Try not to let the idea that the world around you is meaningless be a thing of despair. If anything, just try not to judge it and see what you learn. So the third sentence said, today's idea introduces the concept that your thoughts determine the world you see. This is profound. It may sound far-fetched, but if you think about it, have you ever been in a really good mood, on cloud 9, and it seems like everywhere you go, everyone's treating you nicely, and all you can think about the whole time is how beautiful the sky is and how the traffic just seems to be opening up for you, and you're just happy. Now think about a similar experience when you've been in a dark, gloomy, cranky mood. People don't seem to want to help you anymore. Everything seems to be awful, and everything around you's awful. Are they two totally different worlds? Or is it just your perception? Another thing to think about is, how is it possible that 2 people can walk away from the exact same experience and one can see it in a positive way and another can see it in a negative way? Wouldn't that go to show that what we are living is completely a product of our mind and our thoughts? The direction your life is going, it all comes back to how you're thinking. When I first heard that, it kind of annoyed me. For one, I thought, are you kidding me? all this crap that's been happening is just because I was thinking a certain way and I could have prevented it if I just changed my mind. It's infuriating to think of all the time you've wasted worrying or stewing. And it also made me mad because I realized, wait a minute, I have control over this? What if I don't want control? What if I want to say that all of this is happening out there and I can't control it? It seemed easier that way to me. But the thing is, once I dropped that resistance and negativity, I realized it's the most beautiful thing in the world. To know that you have control, to know that you can change, and to be learning that now while you can still do something about it. As long as you're still breathing in this life, you can change this life. I can't think of a more empowering thing to know. So let's not look back and think of all of the things we could have done differently had we known this information before. And let's not try to anticipate what we think's going to happen, but instead let's be right here, right now. You can only watch your thoughts right here, right now. And your thoughts are meaningless. Let them go. If your mind's going to be filled with thoughts, fill them with good thoughts. Sometimes when I'm in a dark, grumpy place, the thing that I do to help pull me out of it is to spend time with my dog. She's so present, she's so happy, we'll play together. It always pulls me out of my funk. If you don't have a dog, or you're not a dog person, watch a cat video online. I also love to watch TV shows that I find hilarious. I don't care what anyone thinks. I love Fuller House. I know it's cheesy. They know it's cheesy, but I love it. I don't care. Another good idea is to go out in nature, going for a walk. And on that walk, instead of thinking about everything and being stuck inside your brain, look around you. Notice the flowers. Notice the sky and the clouds and the breeze, and just pay attention to the senses. Doing this can help pull you out of a funk too. So what about you? What do you think about our thoughts determine the world we see? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you not sure? I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you for lesson 12. Have a good night or day.